Bledsoe was arrested.
Patrick Montgomery was in court.
Jonathan Manapa will stay in federal custody.
No, I don't take responsibility at all.
Hey everyone, welcome to the show. So 55-year-old Illinois resident Daniel Leyden traveled to D.C. with his brother Joseph. On January 6th, they left Donald Trump's speech about an hour before it ended, and Leyden was one of the first people to approach officers that were guarding the barricades at Peace Circle. So he walked up to the barricades, he put his hands on them, and right in front of him was a female officer. Well, the crowd started to become violent. They started to push on the barricades. And Leyden turned his back to the barricades. He reached back and he grabbed it with both of his hands and he started to lift it, and he was pushing up. He was, helping other people to lift it off the ground. So the mob, including Leyden, repeatedly lifted and pushed these barricades, and the female officer was eventually knocked backwards. Well, according to the prosecutor, she fell, she became pinned under the barricade, and she suffered a very significant injury to her knee because she was trying to free herself. Another female officer, you guys might recall, she was thrown backwards during the attack and she struck her head on the concrete steps. She suffered a very serious head injury that they say to this day still causes her to randomly lose consciousness. I mean, think of how that alters her life. She probably can't work. She can't drive, right? I mean, if she has young kids, she can't be left alone with them. All because these people believe Donald Trump's fairy tales about the election. So Leyden helped to dismantle the barricades, and the police line was ultimately overrun, as you've probably seen in the video. The mob forced their way past all of the officers, and Leyden was seen walking onto the Capitol grounds. He had his arms raised above his head in celebration. So Leyden was arrested on August 23rd of 2022, and he was indicted on charges of assaulting officers with a dangerous weapon and inflicting bodily injury, civil disorder, entering restricted grounds with a dangerous weapon, disorderly conduct on restricted grounds with a dangerous weapon, and 2 counts of physical violence. In May of 2023, Leyden pleaded guilty to assaulting officers, and the prosecutor agreed to drop the dangerous weapon enhancement. So Leyden was facing up to 8 years in prison, 3 years of probation, and a fine of $250,000. And this time the prosecutor actually requested nearly the full prison term. They asked for 6 years in prison, 3 years of probation, and $2,000 in restitution. And surprisingly, Leyden has no criminal history, or at least he didn't up until now. U.S. District Judge Trevor McFadden presided over Leyden's case, and I couldn't locate any details about what was said at the sentencing hearing, but Leyden was sentenced to 38 months in prison, 1 year of probation, and $2,000 in restitution. So pretty weak for someone who physically injured officers, but, this is Judge McFadden, so we have to factor that in. The judge who literally served on Trump's transition team and was appointed by Trump himself. Surprisingly, though, he has given some stronger sentences than some Obama appointees and definitely some Biden appointees. So go figure. There is no rhyme or reason. Anyway, I will let you all know if I hear any more. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please donate if you possibly can. Love you all. Take care. Talk with you soon.